this time we're getting into some Clash Royale, getting back into some Clash Royale. This is my second video talking some Clash Royale, and one of my favorite things in this game, again, I mentioned it last time, but I kind of just got back into this within the last 3 weeks. Shout out to my friend John for getting me addicted once again. Anyway, I love these challenges. The challenges, I think they were just starting out, but they didn't have ones like this where it was like a specific card challenge. But I love these challenges. So you can see this one that we have just a few hours left to play, but I thought I would get this video up quick and hopefully help some of you guys out. For this one, you have to lock in the mortar, so you can see in the top left corner. And this is the deck. I wanted to show you guys the deck that I've been rolling. It has helped me win. I already went one time through. You can see that all of those are checked. And I went through, it took me 8 games. I had 2 losses in the end, but I finished it out. And one of the losses wasn't with that deck. It was with a first deck that I made, and it didn't work out, and so I made some quick adjustments. And from there, I won the next 5 out of 6 games and completed the challenge. So here's what I want to do is show you how this deck works. Again, let me go back one more time. You've got the mortar, obviously. You've got the elixir collector, dart goblins, skeletons, the gob gang or gob squad, the baby drag, and it is baby drag in this one, right? The baby drag, the night witch, and electro wizard. Alright, so you can see it doesn't take much elixir at all to make those to make that deck work. And we'll just I guess let's check out a 3-0. Really got to show off here for the video. So here's what you want to do. I started out with the elixir collector, and you really want to get the elixir collector out there as quick as possible, so that you can start gathering elixir. The good news here is this guy, which in this deck you're going to use the mortar for offense, but my opponent here uses the mortar for defense, and it immediately, I knew, took out 4 elixir, so I knew he wasn't going to push at first. And I actually, if you see somebody drop the mortar for defensive purposes first, try to do as much with this deck, especially in the background, as you can before making a push. Like let his mortar pretty much go dead. Drop that elixir collector back there like I did, and just kind of ward off his first like little attacks, because he can't really make a big push at that point because he's used the elixir on the mortar, and you know he's not using the mortar for offense. Hopefully all that made sense and I didn't say too much at one time. But you can see here I pretty much then drop my mortar over there on the right side. Again, I use the mortar for offense, so kind of pick a side to go. And what you kind of want to do, and hopefully I'll do it here with my with the left side of this base, what you kind of want to do is pick a side, and then for this deck, your tank, it's not really a tank, but it's the heavier character, the heavier card is a baby dragon. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it right here. You drop the baby drag in the back and kind of use her, or him, it, whatever the baby drag is. You use it to kind of be your tank and take some damage. The baby drag is good for taking damage, but also really good for attacking. It's a flying character, so a lot of ground characters can't, ground cards can't get to it. And then once you kind of have a push going in there, see how I have the night witch, the baby drag, and the electro whiz. Then you drop your mortar as they're kind of walking forward, and you use the mortar as, like, man, just in the background, the icing on the cake of that push. So you can see here it's pretty easy. He didn't get a single tower, and we wrapped it up in pretty good time with 3 crowns. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to use this deck live action and get the most out of it that I can. We're going to take it into battle and see if we can't get these 2 more wins. So as always, I love to say good luck, and if they respond, that's good on them. So you can see I got the elixir collector, so I'm going to drop it immediately. This person is using the mortar as offense, which good on them, because I think that's how you should use it, especially in this challenge where everybody's on an even playing field. Everybody's got to use it. And to take care of the mortar when they do put it up there, you can real nice and easy drop the baby drag. Baby drag will take it out, and you won't have much to worry about. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and drop the mortar because I know that the Night Witch is going to take her precious time getting up there. As you can see, don't love the skeletons against this deck necessarily, but the Dark Goblin is really good for taking it out. And one of the big weaknesses that I've noticed, I mean, it's pretty, like, you should know as soon as you build this deck, but one of the big weaknesses is when they have a log, because if you have the Goblin Gang, you can wipe out the hog, or you can wipe it out with the log, not the hog. You can also really easily knock out the Dark Goblin with that, and you can take out our skeletons. But the good news is that we have this Elixir Collector, and so even when it does that, if you have your Elixir Collector up and working, you should be able to cycle back through pretty quick, and so it's not that big of a hit, even when it does do damage. And hopefully a lot of times you have the baby dragon hovering around when they're doing that too. Yeah. So here's what you do if they drop any kind of big daddy long legs like this. You just pile on, especially because we're pretty sure this guy, haven't been counting this time, so I've been thinking, but I don't think that this guy has a log. So man, this game's pretty much over. You can probably tell that by now. But when they drop big old tanks, you drop skeletons on them. The skeleton takes their attention away and causes good things to happen on our end. When they drop the skeleton, the best answer for us is the Dark Goblin, but I don't have him cycled right now. He's out there fighting. So you drop the baby drag. This is perfect because he dropped his mortar. I don't know why. I guess just to get a few hits off. Are we going to be able to get that? Nope. That's okay. We got that one crown, and we could have easily had 3 if he had even tied the game up. Could have easily 3-crowned that guy. So we're 1 win away. And here's the big thing in these challenges, guys. The crowns, which that is one of the awesome things. You probably just saw it up there, go towards my crown chest. Your crowns do go towards the crown chest. They do not go towards you unlocking any of the chests for the chest slot that you can see down there at the bottom of the screen. But really, the big deal here, I mean, sure, go after as many crowns as possible, but the big deal here is just to progress through the challenge and get to those check marks, because that means that you got cards. And specifically for this one, in case you don't know anything about challenges, for this one, or for any challenge titled for a specific card, you're going to get at each of those check marks, you're going to get a grouping. I think like the first one is maybe like 50 or something. You actually get quite a bit of mortar cards, but you only get mortar cards, and then at the end you get a nice big old chest as well. So interesting, the mortar's taking like a long time. So that tower is going to take it out, but see how the baby drag is just out of reach and does a little bit of damage. That's what you want. So for the Executioner is kind of difficult on this one, but if you drop the Goblin Gang right on top of it, or same kind of deal with the skeletons, if you drop it right on top of the Executioner, he's forced to pick a side, and he kind of can't like take them all out at the same time. So, which that's really good news for us. Normally, if you have Goblin Gang, again, Goblin Gang is really good for defense. If you have Goblin Gang for the Hog, it's pretty good for just dropping right on top of the Hog, surrounding him. He kind of doesn't know what to do at that point. Man, I don't think I've really faced many Inferno Towers with this deck, so this is kind of making it difficult. But we should be fine. I actually think. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's get tanky with the baby drag. I'm gonna go ahead and put the mortar up here. Oh, shoot. Good on him. The Electro Wizard, again, I said in my last video, you really want to use him to drop on top of people, but he's really good for defense in a lot of situations. Oh crap, I'm wasting my elixir talking to you guys. There we go. And because I dropped my mortar, I need to drop my baby drag, be a tank baby drag. Take the damage from the Inferno Tower. Let's see if we can get this tower knocked out. If we can. Yes sir, yes sir. This should be a win right here. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna have to run it back. But see how I defended that pretty easy, and man, I keep thinking it's gonna happen. I keep expecting a win here. The one thing about the mortar that like I wish was different, but I understand it would probably be overpowered, is when it does have a chance to go after troops, it goes after troops. Oh man, we might actually lose this one. There we go, that little dart gob, perfect. Man, so there we go, we ran through the challenge again. Hopefully you saw the little push strategy that I was using, and it helps you guys do exactly what I just did, but maybe for the first time. And there is the nice chest that you get at the end. You don't get a ton of stuff in these chests, but hey, every little bit helps. Hey, I hope that you guys found that video helpful. If it did help you get through that challenge, maybe like you completely sweep the challenge, or maybe it just helps you get through it one match at a time. Comment down below, let me know, and give a like or subscribe for more content. And by the way, tell me anything and everything that you guys want to see on this channel, for games you want to see me play, or questions you have about any of the games I've already shown. Again, I hope that you're able to complete this challenge in the next few hours. Peace.